was about to say, this is from Cocktail Chemistry. Oh, Bird, I love this channel. Yes! I made the advanced one before and it fucking rules. Oh, I love this channel. This channel is so good. Chat. This channel fucking rules, all right? Cocktail Chemistry? Yeah, this is the good stuff. Chat, this is the good stuff. Oh, I love this channel so much. I love this channel so much.
Piña Colada, classic Puerto Rican cocktail, and as someone with a sweet tooth, one of my favorites. And we can't talk about the Piña Colada without talking about cream of coconut.
Yes.
Specifically, Coco Lopez.
Coco Lopez.
This product was created in 1949.
I've known enough Puerto Ricans in my life, chat. If you're not using Coco Lopez in a Piña Colada, you're doing it wrong, and they will take that as a personal insult. I have known enough Puerto Ricans in my life. If you are not using Coco Lopez, you are doing wrong. Get that shit out of their face.
In an innovative way to mix coconut cream with sugarcane was developed. And then it was only a few years later that the Piña Colada was invented. And it's a bit confusing because there are so many products around coconut. There's coconut milk, coconut cream.
Yeah, the coconut. There's a ton. Yeah, cream. I'm about to say cream of coconut. Yeah.
Coconut here. Now the blended version on the side of the can is quite tasty, but I'm going to show you how to make a delicious shaken version, starting with 3/4 of an ounce or 22 mils of our Coco Lopez cream of coconut.
If I had to summarize Cocktail Chemistry, this YouTube channel, in one sentence, he's basically Tipsy Bartender if Tipsy Bartender was sane and controlled. That's how I would describe Cocktail Chemistry. That is how I would describe Cocktail Chemistry.
Now, of course, we need our pineapple juice. I strongly prefer fresh pineapple juice here, but you can use the store-bought kind. We're going to need 2 ounces or 60 mils into our shaker glass. Now, cream of coconut is very sweet, so we're going to balance it out a bit more with some acid. I'm going to do 1/4 ounce or about 7 mils of fresh lime juice.
Okay.
All right, now, finally, we need our rum. I prefer something with a bit more character to it, but not as much funk as, say, a Jamaican pot still. But here I'm going to use a Hamilton rum from Guyana, 2 ounces or 60 mils. Alright, now there's a bunch of different ways to add ice to your Piña Colada. Here I'm going to shake it with about 4 cubes for about 15 seconds or so. Alternatively, you could blend this or shake with
I'm aware, Fetch. Fetch, I'm aware, yeah. Miss Lala's great, honestly. I love her stuff.
Cocktail with less
her streams are so funny, like legitimately.
More labor intensive. It's cleaner.
She's great.
I'm gonna now double strain out all of the pulp and small ice chips, and I like to use just a chilled rocks glass here, but use whatever glassware you have on hand.
Yeah.
To keep this cool, I'm just gonna add some cracked ice to the cocktail, so just grab a Lewis bag.
Grab your Lewis bag,
a few ice cubes and drop them over the top. I probably add about 4 ice cubes worth of cracked ice here, and then we can go ahead and garnish that with some fresh pineapple. Drop in a handy sippy cylinder, and there we go. Classic Piña Colada on the rocks. To me, this drink is just perfect.
So good.
A lot of Piña Coladas.
It's my go-to summer drink, by the way, chat. It's Piña Colada.
Is perfectly balanced.
It's my go-to summer drink right there.
With the blended Piña Coladas, I'm always on the clock to finish it before it dilutes it too much. I will say that this recipe is very forgiving, but with the right technique and ingredients, it's next level. Alright, we're not done yet. Here we're going to make a pretty wild but delicious variation on
okay, what do we got now? What do we got now?
Liqueur and coffee.
Banana.
This one is called...
Color me interested. I'm sorry, banana liqueur and coffee liqueur? Hello? Color me interested. Let's go. Also, I see that, lol. Thank you. I see that, lol. Thank you very much. I will queue that up next. Oh. Chat, I don't know if I've ever said this. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but I fucking love coffee liqueur. That's the good shit to me right there. That's the good shit right there. I fucking love that stuff, man.
Cafe Colada. Banana and coffee together at last. Stay with me. grab a shaker glass, and we're going to start with 3/4 of an ounce or 22 mils of our cream of coconut.
Oh, God bless.
Don't know where that came from, but now we need...
Fuck, that caught me off guard. I thought that was one of you triggering the sound alert. Chat, I thought that was you. Chat, I thought that was one of you. But no, that was the video. Oh. Oh. Oh my God, Food Hub, God damn it, Linever. Don't worry about it. Yeah, thanks, Bert. Ooh, that caught me off guard. Yo. Hey, yo, that caught me off guard. Holy cow. I literally thought that was one of you triggering the sound alert, because I do have that as a sound alert.
Need 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of fresh pineapple.
Good goddamn.
1/4 ounce or about 7 mils of fresh lime
Good
juice.
goddamn.
1/2 ounce or 15 mils of fresh orange juice. Next up, the coffee liqueur. I like using Mr. Black because it's not
Oh,
very
yeah, no, that's a good
sweet.
one.
So 1/2 ounce.
That's a good
15
one,
mils
actually,
in a
yeah.
glass. Next up, our banana liqueur. And this is a really nice product from Tempest Fugit Spirits. Another 1/2 ounce or 15 mils.
Yeah, that,
And finally, our
that sounds
rum.
tasty.
This one does call for a Jamaican rum, so I'm going to use this funky pot still from Hamilton. 1.5 ounces or 45 mils.
A nice
Before we shake
drink.
that up, grab a glass
damn.
or mug and fill it
Y'all.
2/3 of the way to the top.
Mr. Black
with
is great because
crushed
it's not
ice.
very sweet at all.
Now we're
Yes.
just going to dry shake this without ice to mix everything together. And we're going to do this for about 10 to 15 seconds. And this drink is actually a relatively modern cocktail. It was invented in about 2018.
Yeah, I was
by a guy
about
named
to say, this
Brandon
feels like a
Bramhall
modern
at
cocktail.
Attaboy in Nashville. Once that's all mixed together, free pour it into your
Kahlua
glass
has its
and
place, but it's
top
also
with a little
sugary. I
crushed
agree,
ice.
Bird.
Then we're going to garnish
agree,
that
I
with
agree.
a little bit of nutmeg. And what you might be noticing now is that this drink is a little bit closer to the painkiller cocktail than the Piña Colada.
Oh, the
Give this guy a little
painkiller.
shake,
Okay.
get the sun out of his eyes, drop in a sippy cylinder, and let's give it a taste.
See, the painkiller.
Cafe
The painkiller
Colada.
I'm familiar with.
This drink really is something else. I wouldn't have thought
Ooh.
all these flavors would come through, but you really can get the distinct taste of coffee.
That's not
and
bad,
banana.
honestly.
It's
I
nicely
dig that.
balanced. The pineapple and cream of coconut definitely give it that tropical feel. This drink is a winner. Give it a try. And finally, what if the best pina colada
Okay.
you've ever had in your life came from curdling milk using citrus?
Oh, this!
We're gonna employ
This,
that
I remember
technique
this!
today in a clarified milk punch.
I was up, yeah,
Now,
it's a
some of y'all
milk
might have
punch!
seen my clarified milk
This
punch
is the
video.
milk
We're
punch.
gonna take
I
the same
remember
techniques from
this.
that video and apply
Oh,
it to
shit.
This recipe. We're
Yeah!
going to start by batching all of our ingredients together except for the milk
Ooh.
into a large pitcher. Now, here we're
Okay.
gonna make enough for about 4 servings.
All
Fill in
right.
About 3 ounces or 90 mils of our fresh strained pineapple juice. Next, we need
Okay.
some fresh lime juice, about 2 ounces or 60 mils, and run it through a fine mesh strainer to get rid of all that pulp. Next, we want a little more sweetness, just about 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of simple syrup. The cream of coconut is going to be a bit too viscous for this method.
Right,
So we're gonna
yeah,
use
yeah, yeah.
coconut water.
Coconut
instead,
water. Yeah.
pouring 4.5
This takes
ounces or
time, but it's
about
super worth it.
135
Yeah,
mils.
I've heard.
This next
Yeah.
part is optional but highly recommended. We're going to add some allspice dram.
Oh,
This here is the
I
Jamaican
remember
liqueur
this
that
video
has a
now,
lot of
yeah.
warming spices in it. We're going to add 2 ounces or 60 mils.
Oh,
rum, I
God,
would highly
yes.
recommend a nice aged rum here, but preferably not something too funky. So here I'm going to go with a Plantation 8-year, about 8
Ooh.
ounces or 240 mils. Put that on spin cycle for a few seconds, and let's get to the science.
Oh, here we go,
Whole
chat.
milk
Chat, watch
here
this.
For about 5 ounces or
Watch
150
this.
mils into a large
'Cause this
bowl.
is fucking
There is some
awesome.
debate as to whether or not you should use hot or warm milk for this technique, but I find that cold milk works just fine. A general rule of thumb is to have a 4-to-1 ratio of punch to milk. Alright, now we're going to pour the punch into the milk and not vice versa so that it doesn't curdle all at once. Let's cut to the curdle cam here, and you can see we're going to do this very slowly in small amounts. Already you can see some small curds start to appear as we stir this up.
This is food
introduce some
science in
acid
action.
into the milk. Okay, so what's happening here and why do we care? The citrus is coagulating the casein proteins in the milk, which will cause them to both trap the cloudiness-inducing particles in the punch while stripping out astringent polyphenols. Also, the whey proteins will remain in the drink, giving it a luscious mouthfeel.
Yeah.
It's a similar process to making a consommé, which is a clear soup that
it's just like it's basically consommé.
Now we need to let it rest to allow it to fully curdle and settle. Now, I only let it rest for about 15 to 30 minutes, but some people prefer to do it over 24 hours. All right, now it's time to test your patience because here's filter this drink through a coffee filter.
Here's where you got to be really patient, chat.
It really means you only need to take.
Here's where you got to be super patient.
Of filtering.
Oh man,
it does take a little while. The one thing
this takes a long time.
Placing a small bowl underneath.
This takes a long time.
The initial liquid that comes through, which will tend to be a little bit cloudy before the nest of milk curdles can form at the bottom of the filter. Much of the filtering that's going to be done here is actually through those curdles themselves, not just that paper filter. So we'll start by pouring a few ounces. I did 3 or 4
different filters because they all got clogged. Oh, damn, bird.
Then we're going to pick that up. Notice that it's a little bit cloudy, but you can tell it is being clarified already. And then we're going to put down the filter and pour in that first batch of liquid back over the top of the filter. This step is easy and recommended to get the clearest final product. And then you're just going to very slowly pour in the remaining liquid until all of it has filtered through. Now the filtering process took about 3 hours.
3 hours?
And it yields about 18 ounces.
Is that about how much time that took for you, Bird, or?
4 cocktails. When you're done, discard those curds. I suppose you could try to make a Piña Colada cheese out of them, but I don't really recommend it.
No.
And then pour that into a large sealable container, and you can store this in the fridge for years. It will not spoil. To serve, just simply pour it into a rock glass.
This is cool. Chat, this is cool. Watch this, watch this, watch this.
Ice, you better be using a clear ice cube.
Watch this.
Let's just take a minute and slow this down a bit.
Oh, that's sexy. That's fucking sexy. Oh,
right,
yeah.
Our beautiful, clarified.
Oh, that's the good shit.
Colada.
That's the good shit.
This is so delicious. The first thing you notice is that mouthfeel. It is rich and full-bodied. The taste is incredibly smooth,
I set this up first thing during my meal prep day, did all my work, cleaned up, and by the time I was done, the punch was done. Nice.
You guys have to try this out. This video is sponsored by...
Oh, that's the good shit, chat. Holy cow.